Hi, Dr. Neeraj. Welcome to our show. And I really welcome you from the depths of our heart to have come here. And a little bit about yourself. Dr. Neeraj is a profound person who takes spiritual discourses. He's from Jammu and lots of transformations which I have seen in his life, in his own life, as well as the much he has given to others as well. So it's an honor to have you here, Dr. Neeraj,
My
and I
pleasure.
would like to know more about your journey. What got you into this spirituality, the world of spirituality, and how you got progressed in this, and what is your now mission in life?
Well, it's whatever I'm today. It's only because of my master, and he
Wow.
transformed me. Actually, I am a physician, but he transformed into me into a spiritual doctor now. So it is
Wow.
all because of blessing of my teacher. And now I teach and work on spirituality, how one can be immortal.
Wow.
So it's all about that.
Immortal, that is something, what I have just heard in stories and fairy tales. Immortality. So what is immortality as such? I mean, this
See, we
physical
are
body is
actually,
mortal, of course.
yes, but we know ourselves only by when we say that everyone is mortal. We just see ourselves with the physical self, with the
True.
physical self of 5 feet, 7 feet, or into that. That's our strength. But our unlimited strength, which is your immortal self, which is present within you, but we don't realize it. Actually, the expression of Bharat, the great teachers, rishis, munis, they have all expressed only one thing: know yourself. And when you know yourself, you have all the solutions packed within you, always, all the time, under any circumstances. So,
Absolutely. I resonate with that. That's like so true. Like what my master, as when I remember, like what you're saying, like again, the gratitude goes to all the masters and parents and teachers, gurus. They told me that this body is just 1/10 of the total body, this the body which we can touch, feel, hear, see, and
yes.
the other bodies are the real bodies which we carry, and we are ignorant about all of them. So that is what we mean when we say know yourself. So that is a deep statement which we really need to ponder on. And is
And
that something what we get to understand when you talk about the satsang, the spiritual discourse which you conduct? Do we
uh,
get some realizations there?
yes, exactly. Means it's all about opening a gateway for everyone, because this is already running. That realization is running into everyone. But the
Right.
problem is we don't have that kind of an environment around us. And when we don't have an environment, we don't feel connected. We feel disconnected, and we start radiating and understanding ourselves with body, mind, and senses. And we start, these all three things are reality. But in reality, this is an illusion. And we are caught up into this illusion, and we feel stuffed, and we feel pain, suffering, psychological problems, disease, aggravating in every human. And when this is happening, we remain under fear. But when you go into your deeper self, which is present right now into you, I can see that right now. It is vibrating, it's healing, because there is a supreme healer present in everyone. And when this is present, we have to just know it. But we don't try to know it, but we try to search it outside of our own physical self. And
Hmm.
that's the problem. The problem is the real message is not being given to anyone. We are talking about mind, we are talking about psychology, we are talking about relations, but we are not talking about what is your true self and why you are trapped into your false self. That's why we feel pain, we feel sad, we feel depressed, anxiety, and suffering is natural at this.
Very true. I can relate to all that because, yes, when you say that we are caught up in a different world outside, so we just do not have time. We do not get aware of the inner peace as well. We just trapped to a few things around us, right? So that is the reason we do not explore the better us. We do not discover the better us which is inside us, and that comes only with the absolute vibrations of good people around, which we get in satsang. What you do.
That's what the blessings. That's what is the blessing of a teacher is. The teacher creates that kind of an atmosphere where healing, meditation, realization, everything happens on its own, naturally and effortlessly. What I see, the people are trying lot of effort into spirituality. They're trying to know something which is invisible. Uh, but they are not trying to know that self which is always visible within them. That's the problem.
Right. There's so much of, there's so much of data these days available on net, on Google. People search and they just understand. So they just putting everything in their knowledge bank and they cannot experience it. For that, I personally, I feel just knowledge is not enough. Implementation of that knowledge is there. And for the implementation, we need a teacher, we need a mentor, we need a guru who would teach us what and how to go about it.
The purpose here is to not to make disciples. The
Yeah,
purpose of the teacher is not to make disciples. But what is happening? Everyone is making disciples. The
true,
purpose
true.
of teacher is to make teachers, make gurus, make healers, make great rishis, munis, and then
Mm.
only you can feel the real bliss in this universe. Until unless we go into that shape of work, it's impossible to. We can always suffer, and we will be suffering. Our generations will be suffering. Next generations will be suffering. But
Yeah,
we are forgetting what actually the wisdom of Bharat is. What for Bharat is known? Bharat is known for only one thing. That is the pure self, real self. There is
absolutely.
complete abundance present in every human, whether he's from India, America, US, Europe, from anywhere. Every person is completely blessed. That's why they are
Abs-
born as a human. The greatest gift.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
we are unaware of that gift which is present right here in everyone.
Absolutely, absolutely. What you're saying really makes sense. And when you say about Bharat, India, so that's what makes us a little, makes India a spiritual platform for the world because most of our rishis and gurus, they've emerged, and many of the ancient Vedas, the way they speak, they are again coming up in light and they're being accepted all over the world just because, like you said, it's not about making disciples, it's about making the person complete, that he does not come back again, he spreads the knowledge further. So that
Yes,
is what makes a guru the real guru, the teacher
that,
or the
that
mentor, the real mentor, that he does not, that his disciples or the seekers, as we say, the seekers, they do not come back to us, they give the solution to others. I
because
mean, that
all
is
the
what makes the real master. Like when people ask me, it is like, how do I distinguish between the real master and the fake one? I said the real master will never let you come back to him. He would make you so self-sufficient that you would be so full within yourself that you would be creating more complete humans in front of you.
exactly because there is so much depth into it. There is so much of connection present in every human. Only thing is that you have to just open that. What is happening? We are not opening it. We are keeping it as if it is a top secret. But
Absolutely.
the rishis, the great teachers of Bharat, they never closed it. They opened it for the whole universe. And that's why in everybody is coming to India just to know the ultimate self. But are they really getting it? That's the point.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, our Vedas and our knowledge, the ancient knowledge, is so vast that I feel one life is less to understand the complete universe, the science of all spirituality. But that is like ever growing, ever growing. So that's really wonderful about, you know, understanding and then implementing in your own body and creating the environment around where, you know, people can even interact and talk to you. And that reminds me, like, you must have you have many people who have transformed their lives and you know, they have changed their lifestyle, everything. So do you remember any of the interesting transformations in your life where you also got a smile after that?
Yeah, because transformation is taking place every day because people come to you with the so many problems. They come with the problem, and when I see them, when I see them, the first thing I get a smile on my face. I feel why you're struggling, why you're feeling that way. You are not supposed to feel that way because this is
Yeah.
not a problem. Because this is not what you're trying to find. Because it's just about knowing yourself. The more I open them, they naturally open up and they feel the sense of peace. Their breath goes down, they feel calmness, they naturally feel the energy, effortlessly go into the calmness state because it's all about opening the knots of their confusion. And once
Yeah.
the knots of confusions are open, whether it is at relationship level, whether it is at spiritual pains level, whether it is at emotional level or relationship level, wherever, the confusion is created by the mind, by your senses. And what we as a teacher, we as a uh, guide do is that open those doors naturally and effortlessly, and they feel permanent peace, anand within them at whatever circumstances. Because if you see, look at the pandemic right now, but
Mm.
even now, that peace, that bliss is present. I said that the body is mortal, the corona is after this body. But if you know your immortal self, then you will be completely in great state of vibration, full of happiness, joy, bliss. That's what they say that जब संत रहे मस्ती में जब आग लगे बस्ती में संत रहे मस्ती में. So
Yeah.
that feeling everyone should feel, have, and must pass it on to others. And when you
True.
pass it on, you give lot of affection, love, and change lives of many. And that's what happens in when people communicate with me, with us. They feel complete transformation from their pain, from their suffering, from their negativity, and they feel more happy, excited about their life. So it's all about getting more excitement and feeling the celebration of living this birth as a human.
Very true. I can relate to that. You know, when we see those smiles on the seekers who have come there for with some kind of problem or some challenges, and then they go back with a smile, it's such a beautiful thing to experience, isn't it?
One more thing I would like to tell you that, and when I smile at them, smile back at them, and then this asks me that we are suffering and you're smiling, so that so they make me speechless at times. But that's how it is. And then later on, they
Yeah.
also start smiling. They start feeling for their own little problems. So it's the problem is always small. The solution is
Yeah,
big, and that big
exactly.
solution is always present. Is gifted to you. But you have to
Yeah.
just open that program of application of happiness, joy within you. Whatever we are doing is that we are breaking that bio bubble of spirituality, bio bubble of
True.
happiness ourselves, because we just rupture it without because
Yeah,
of ignorance, and that ignorance is need to be cleared, and that happens
absolutely.
only in satsang.
Absolutely. It's something like, a small child comes to you with the broken nib of his pencil and says, he starts crying, oh, my life is gone, my pencil is broken, how am I going to write the stories? So we tend to smile because we know the solution. Okay, we can sharpen the pencil, we can give you a better pencil, we can buy a new one. There's so many solutions to it. So that is what you said about the ignorance. Like once you get the wisdom of the solutions, then obviously the smile will come. This is a small thing. There are better things to focus at. Yeah,
Yes.
that's like really pretty insightful, and it's always a pleasure talking to you. And now, coming to the courses what we are offering on our platform with you. So, can you tell a little bit about those, like how we are going to go about it, and what all would be included there?
See, we will be starting with the satsang. In satsang, basically, why satsang? Because it opens a gateway for all the problems. It
Yeah,
has ultimate solution for all the problems, and all the solutions are permanent and real, and one can have a direct experience of it. Whether it is healing, it is meditation, it's about suffering, negativity, feeling challenges in life, feeling confused, restlessness, relationship issues, all the problems, knowing more about your own eternal self opens up all the windows. And once you start looking out from those windows, everything looks green, fresh, and energetic. So
very
we are here,
good.
everything happens effortlessly, naturally. And what happens that environment around
Yeah,
you changes. That's the first thing. If your
absolutely,
environment is changed, then whatever is happening outside of you doesn't affect you.
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
our mission is to change the environment of every human, and take this mission, take this spiritual, this happiness, this joy, healing to everyone, so that they can
Beautiful,
feel, experience, and pass this message to others.
beautiful, beautiful. That's such a beautiful thing to look forward to in life. I mean, your life has a purpose, and a purpose of contribution of more happiness to others. It's so beautiful. And what I understand, like always thinking, okay, what type of people should be coming here? So I think everybody should come here who says, why me?
Everyone should,
Every
one should
whosoever.
actually, yes, everyone should come, have the experience, and when there is a problem, we are there to help, and we are there to
Absolutely.
further guide you, because it is the most easiest thing. See, if you don't have wisdom, if you are sitting and doing spirituality, it doesn't make any sense. You need to
Hmm.
know what actually the spirituality, what actually the meditation is, what actually the healing is, what actually the confusion or the stress, the psychological problem uh, are.
Right.
Because myself, a doctor, I'm a doctor by profession. So I can understand the limitation of the body, limitation of the senses, limitation of the mind. But what happens? We sometimes don't understand the limitation of the body, and we
Absolutely.
want to suck all the energy of the body by just thinking, and planning on that, which doesn't work.
This
Planning,
is the biggest this is the biggest example. A doctor turned into a spiritual practitioner. I mean, what more does anybody need to validate this? The people who, doctors, otherwise they are the ones who are always, challenging the spirituality, the powers of nature. But you yourself are talking about that and you believe in it so much, and I've seen you living through it in your life, right? So
It's not
this
about
is
you.
something
It's about
really.
realizing. I'm experiencing it right now. The goosebumps are must be going through you also.
Absolutely, I have that. Yes, it is there. That's what I was saying. This is so powerful,
So
and
powerful.
it
And it
needs
is,
no more, validations about it when the person himself is transformed. So the
and the
things come from within. They just move from within. Yeah,
purpose flow. It is, and the nature of the river is always fresh. And that
true.
freshness is in everyone.
Very true. Very true.
You just need to switch on that thing because the wires, the cosmic wires, the roots are already connected with you under whatever the circumstances you are.
Okay. Yeah.
It's open for everyone. It just need
Right.
it just need somebody to tell them, take
Yeah.
one right step. And one first right
Absolutely.
step is right, then rest follows naturally.
Absolutely. So,
So
like, it's one of that's one of my missions to let the world know, and
let's
that
join hands
they
and
need to rediscover their inner powers and the beauty of the environment they can create around, and the beauty of life here on this planet Earth. It is unimaginable. So for that,
see
you need to, dive into the ocean. Just talking would not do. Like rightly said, he's been using the word wisdom, not intelligence. There is a difference between wisdom and intelligence, right? So just intelligence doesn't work. Be wise, practice, and create whatever you have learned. Create the environment around you, create the niceness around you, create the beauty of nature, create the powers around you. And that you would get in the spiritual discourse by Dr. Neeraj. And I can vouch for that, that it is so, so powerful. It's really powerful.
the
Yeah.
power is actually in you. It's not in me. I'm just awakening that power which is already present in you. I'm just connecting you to yourself, to your deepest self, which is present deep within you, deeper than this skin, this flesh, deeper
That
than these.
is that's what
Already
is
there.
required.
I can see that. I can see that reflecting and the
Yeah.
rejuvenation which you are feeling right now. I can feel that.
Exactly. That is what it is all about. Yeah, you have the whole thing with you. You have uh, everything with you, but you do not know how to use it. So you need a user's manual, right? So then we get the user's manual in Satsang there.
No,
So
what you need, you don't need anything. You just need this body to be there in that satsang. You don't need anything. You don't need any
exactly.
tool.
Yeah, and then yeah, like Dr. Neeraj always says, he says ki it's effortlessly. You're not doing nothing. You're just going there and sitting there. Everything is happening on its own. There is nothing that you are doing, nothing at all. You're just sitting there and listening. And passive listening also works, right? I've
That's,
seen even the
that's
passive
only
listeners also they get
it has been,
benefited.
that's only it has been working. See,
Yeah,
ages back when our rishis went outside, what they did, they just talked. They didn't have
yeah,
any tools. You don't need tools. But what they talked, that changed the life of everyone. That's why
absolutely.
India is known, that Bharat is known for spiritual hub. We are not, people are not expecting great technology from India, but they are
Hmm,
looking for some special thing, some source of
absolutely.
happiness, some source
Yeah.
of bliss, some source of the real meaning of life from Bharat.
Very true, very true. It's been really, really great listening to you and about the courses and your mission to spread the real, true environment around us, to create the true environment. Let's get connected. And I really thank you once
I
again,
would like
Dr.
to add,
Neeraj.
I would like
And
to add
yeah,
one more thing. One more thing.
yeah,
See,
yeah, sure.
I will just try to tell everyone that if you are confused, if you are confused, irritable, anxious, nervous, suffocated, and it is because of others or because of yourself, So it's not problem of others. It's problem of you because you don't know about yourself. So you have to improve yourself.
Very true.
So if
Very
you are
true.
irritable, remember it is your problem. It's not anyone's problem. So you that is the first sign. If you're
Mm,
irritable, anxious, that's a sign. Like you have fever, you feel restlessness, uncomfort. You feel drained out. So these are the sign and symptoms of not knowing yourself. So
true.
if you have these symptoms, you have these signs, there is a solution. The remedy is already there. You don't
Yes.
need anywhere to go, right? Because it can travel faster. Uh, any distance right now, if we are talking here, it is the vibration is transforming into everywhere, so
Right.
it's natural.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's so beautifully put up that take the ownership of wherever you are, whatever is happening in your life. Take the ownership that it's because of you. If you're happy, you're happy because of you. If you are
And the
sad,
best part
you're sad
is
because of you.
you never get tired of it.
Exactly. Exactly.
You
Very
feel
true.
like going through it, into it, and hours, the time just passes.
Yes. Very true. So, having said that, I would request you to give some last words to our listeners, some wisdom nuggets from your side, and then from Infinite Wellness and 30, I thank you again for coming on the show. Your last
Uh,
words, Dr.
the
Neeraj.
first and the most important thing is that everyone should attend these satsang, because in these satsang what happens, it opens all the knots which you are carrying, like an image of others in your mind. So when you have image of other person, whether the person is around you or not, but you're constantly niggling with that person if the relations are not good. So open your knots in this satsang effortlessly, naturally, without going or practicing anything. You don't have
Beautiful.
to do anything. You just come, listen to it, and all the solution will come to you naturally and immediately.
Very beautiful. Very beautiful. Thanks a lot. These were like very beautiful words, summed up
Thank you.
everything so nicely. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot for coming. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.